And sure, you can come up with every excuse you want, and you can backpedal and say what you want, but you're just a soup-taking Uncle Tim.
I think the Scottish referees, I think the system is actually corrupt, fundamentally corrupt, and I think they've been cheating Celtic for the last maybe 40, 50 years in decisions, and the referees have refereed Celtic games in Scotland. And regardless, you can label me and many other Celtic fans as paranoid. If you've got a degree in psychology, I might accept your diagnosis of my mental state, but when you analyse, decision after decision, Mike McCurry, that's against Celtic, but the decision had an influence in Celtic's result that season when Rangers were given dodgy penalties all over the place that game, dodgy decisions. Someone was talking about the George Cadete affair. That takes it right to the highest echelons of the SFA, where discrimination against Celtic per se is I would say is right. Are thousands of Celtic fans paranoid and just to be dismissed as that when we see, last season Majid Bagheera given a cheeky wink where maybe about 7 or 8 times he kept fouling and he was ready on a yellow card, and he gave a wink as if to say, I'm never going to get sent off here. And every Celtic fan would say, well, of course you're not going to get sent off because the referee's in the pocket of your team. So, if, is it free speech? Does it exist? Well, I was on last week criticising Hugh Keevins, and I went to listen to it back again, and I wasn't on there. What's the problem with Radio Clyde? I'm not censored before in the past from going to a Celtic game, and most of your people are hacks who work for the media whose raison d'etre is just to slag off Celtic at every given course. Many Judas are taking their 30 shekels of silver who are Celtic fans, but the only way they get a job in the media is to come on and be highly critical of Celtic. That's just the way it is when we're living in a country where only 700,000 people are Catholic. Well, let's admit yourself, and I was talking about the playback, how you cut off the playback, but just because I attacked Hugh Keevins. So I would say it's discrimination against Celtic as a club. Go back 50 years, Robert Kelly was told, take down the Irish tricolour. Well, why should we? Because we were born a club out of oppression where the people who were massacred are more people and they had to flee for their lives, and the discrimination still exists to this day because more than half the population is from the ancestors of the discrimination has been carrying about for over 150 years. The people who were alive from Ireland come here, Celtic was born is because the Irish people were starving to death. I know friends who are Catholic sounding names who have been denied a job in coaching for the SFA, have been denied access to any type of progression through any ranks of the SFA just on account of their name. And sure, you can come up with every excuse you want, and you can backpedal and say what you want, but you're just a soup-taking Uncle Tim.